We also have to figure out an opening too.
Okay.
There's always something funny.
Oh yeah.
And then it's. Maybe that'll be the opening. I'll say we need to figure out an opening, and then it's the opening.
Well, that's funny.
Thank you.
I like that.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the CJ Way. This is kind of a big deal because we have our first guest here, Miss Cassidy Davis. I have posted some things with her web series. I almost said mini-series. It's called, you say, go ahead.
It's called Adulting.
Adulting.
Yay.
It releases, holy crap, tomorrow, today. I don't know when I'm going to...
When are we airing?
I don't know.
Yeah, it'll hopefully be released by the time you watch this.
It probably will be.
All goes according to plan.
Yeah, so we will put the link to the first episode in the description, either here or here, depending on where you're watching this. So I brought her on. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about who she is, what inspires her, and some cool stuff with adulting and what it represents and how she put it together and everything. So anyway, the way that I know her is through work. What was our first bonding moment? Do you remember?
I just remember I was in the office and our boss told us, he called me and was like, a guy named CJ is coming today. Can you just introduce yourself and make him feel at home? And I was like, is he working here? Like, is he just a random? Like, what is... And then the moment later, there was a knock on the door and you were there. And I was like, you must be CJ. Hello, come on in. I don't know anything about why you're here, but I'll talk to you.
I didn't know that. That's good.
I had no idea why you're there.
I just went in, introduced myself, and then just sat there next to you.
But then we talked, like... Then I was like, what do you want to do?
True.
And then it was like, like talking about the industry and
That's
stuff.
true. We hit it off right then.
I know.
So now it's nearly every day we just kind of sit across from each other and distract each other from being productive.
Mm-hmm.
Unless our bosses are watching this.
Because then we're very productive.
Never even
100%.
talk to each other. So
Silent.
all the time. Just tell us about you. You're in LA.
I'm in LA.
Where you're from, all that.
So my family moved around a lot, but I moved here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's what I always tell people to avoid the life story. And I'm in LA. I'm an actor. I live actually, well, I shouldn't say that because then people will know where you live. So I live nearby him. And
I mean, they can know the city.
LA.
Okay, sure.
We live in LA.
We live in the greater Los Angeles area.
Los Angeles area. And yeah, I've wrote a web series called Adulting. It's about two girls who move to LA to follow their dreams and figure out how hard it is to be an adult, and they're not very good at it. Spoiler alert.
Is anyone really good at being an adult?
Some people are, some people know things like taxes and how to run a car and stuff, and I'm like, how did you...
The people that know taxes are accountants. And the people that know, what did you say?
How to rent a car.
How to rent a car?
How do you rent a car?
There's websites and stuff. I get it,
And do you know there's a thing called a car broker that someone who is an adult told me about the other day, and she didn't know what it was. So that's my point. No one knows what they're doing.
A car broker is the person who sells you insurance.
Really?
I don't know. That was a guess. I have no idea. I feel like that's right.
It might be. You sounded confident.
Yes. I don't know.
That is
we'll look it up. So Adulting releases now. It's up. The first episode, I maybe have gotten a sneak peek, and it's hilarious. It covers a bunch of topics about being an adult in general, and it takes place in LA, but I think it's relatable across just trying to be older. To live. On your own.
Yeah, the goal is for it to be relatable to anyone, no matter what walks of life. And it's interesting showing the series to a few different people, different ages, what people find funny. There's an episode where we were not very good at cooking for the first time, and my mom and her friends thought that one was really funny. But the one about apartment hunting, a lot of people my age think is really funny, because they're like, oh, hilarious. I remember doing that, and I remember how bad it was. So, no, it's supposed to be relatable for everyone. And it's honestly all based off of my life and my co-star's life, so none of the stories are they're exaggerated for comedic effect, but all of them have happened to us too, which kind of made it that much more fun to write.
So you wrote it?
Yeah.
Or in it?
Mm-hmm.
Directed it?
I've directed 3/4 of the episodes.
4 of the 5 episodes.
Yeah. 7 to 10 minutes per episode. Yeah.
Some people that are going to be watching this, I guarantee they're going to be like, what? That's not...
I know.
That's like not a lot. It's like one TV episode. It's like 40 minutes. It freaking takes a ton of effort. And I haven't done this. I only done a podcast which doesn't include lighting or shooting or going places or reserving things or anything like that. It's a lot of work. So be happy for 40 minutes. Because it's a good 40 minutes. I guarantee it. I've seen sneak peeks and I like legitimately laughed. And it's not like one of those like, haha, coworker, good job. I don't want to make it awkward. Yeah. It's like genuinely good and funny.
Oh, thank you.
We've talked a lot about what you did, apparently your thesis on.
Oh, yeah.
Gender in film and television and how it's represented or misrepresented. And that ties to adulting somehow.
It does, yeah. Well, the whole premise of adulting was for it to be women telling their own stories. So 90% of the cast and crew is females, which was really important to me because I think so often I find myself on a set and I look around and it's like pretty much all men.
I hate men. They're all over the place.
The worst. But it's cool to see women and doing different things that you usually see men doing. You know, like I found a lot of sound girls, and that's so cool to me because most of the people I've done sound with have been men. And it's so funny because usually the sound people have to mic you, so they get kind of intimate because they have to like place a mic on your body. And so it was so funny it was the first time I got mic'd by a woman who was filming the series, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so comfortable. Like, I'm not weirded. You can get in there, and I'm not weirded out at all, you know? But sometimes it's like, oh, is he weird? Is he nice? You know? Yeah, it was just really cool. I remember one time we were filming, and I like looked around, and it was like all I could see were women just like killing it, just making moves like, all right, next shot up, like blah blah blah, you know, and it's just like, this is awesome. So that's sort of what was a big factor towards making adulting. But yeah, I did my senior thesis at Pitt, University of Pittsburgh. Head of Pitt. Yeah.
Maybe I'll throw like a Pitt logo in there for you.
Put it
right there. Like flashes. I have sweat in my eyes.
I'm sweating. My back is sweating.
Screw Los Angeles. It is October, the end of October. And it's just a heat wave, and you can't have the AC on because then you can hear it, and it's just it's a problem. Gender in film in general it's kind of a hot topic, and I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but correct me. Is it correcting? Is it going in the right direction?
Yeah, I think it's definitely this like new wave of women in film over the past few years. It's been super cool to see, and I mean even in television now, like the writers' rooms are changing, which is a huge step. You know, there's a huge wave of it coming right now, and I'm excited to keep seeing the wave go and see kind of what stories we get to hear and learn about.
You made adulting with that in mind,
right? To be on that wave,
to be on that wave, It's odd to me because I feel like the role of director fits a woman really well.
Yeah?
Yeah, just like the in charge, being able to, you know, do this. It's a multitasking kind of position where you have your hands all over the place. So it makes sense that a woman would just kill that.
Yeah.
There's only been one woman Oscar winner for directing.
Right.
Catherine Bigelow.
Yep.
Catherine Bigelow. It is a weird last name.
It is a weird last name.
Gosh. Adulting. It's on YouTube right now, and the first episode. Are you doing once a week for 5 weeks?
Once a week, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Subscribe though, because then you can just get an email.
Subscribe. Follow them on Facebook, on Instagram.
Just adultingwebseries.com.
Adultingwebseries.com. It's good, guys. I absolutely 100% endorse it. If you know me and my wife personally, keep an eye out in the credits for a familiar name. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me. This is so fun.
First guest, kind of a big deal.
I'm so honored.
And so subscribe, adultingwebseries.com. Do it. Support.
Do it.
Go team!